The Super Bowl is tomorrow, and while most people are tuning in for the game and the commercials, something unprecedented is happening. GLP-1s and telehealth are taking center stage on the world's most expensive marketing platform. That's right, a weight loss drug ad during the Super Bowl. And as you can imagine, it's stirring up a lot of controversy.
Before we dive into this, let's give a little background for those new to our channel. We're the Downsized. Christopher and I have lost over 140 pounds using GLP-1 medications like Zepbound Manjaro and compounded tirzepatide. This adventure has changed our lives, and we share everything we learn about these medications, from personal experiences to the latest industry news.
If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button to stay updated. And as always, we're not doctors, but we are living proof that these medications can be life changing.
Now let's set the stage. Super Bowl Sunday is tomorrow, and the numbers are staggering. Brands are spending $8 million for just 30 seconds of airtime. The National Retail Federation estimates Americans will spend $18.6 billion on the big game. More than 200 million people will be watching, and advertisers are banking on it.
And for those of us using GLP-1s to fight the disease of obesity, the Super Bowl ad lineup is a stark reminder of the system we're up against. Food and beverage ads dominate, with snack foods alone taking up 8 ad slots. PepsiCo's Doritos and Lay's are back, while Totino's Pizza Rolls and Ritz Crackers are making their Super Bowl ad debuts. Pringles, Reese's, and Nerds candy are also in the mix.
All my favorites. And let's not forget the beer ads. AB InBev has 5 slots this year, featuring Budweiser's iconic Clydesdales and Michelob Ultra's star-studded pickleball showdown. Coors Light is joining the party now that Budweiser's exclusivity deal is over.
Fast food and delivery services are making their mark too. Taco Bell, Little Caesars, Dunkin', Uber Eats, and DoorDash all have ads lined up. Instacart is making its Super Bowl debut with a nostalgic twist featuring grocery brand mascots like the Pillsbury Doughboy and the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, yeah. Then come the pharmaceutical ads. Novartis is promoting breast health, but the ad that's catching attention is from Hims and Hers. The telehealth service is making its first Super Bowl appearance, advocating for better access to weight loss medications. The irony couldn't be clearer. After an onslaught of snack and fast food ads, here comes the promise of a pharmaceutical fix.
This ad criticizes the weight loss industry and shows a person selecting the company's weight loss offerings via smartphone. Although the ad does not identify the medication, Hims and Hers offers compounded versions of the weight loss drug semaglutide, developed by Novo Nordisk, and is sold as brands Wegovy and Ozempic.
The Partnership for Safe Medicines, a group consisting of more than 40 community and pharmacy groups, asked the Food and Drug Administration to take action and protect Americans from misleading marketing in health products. The group also requested Fox, which will broadcast Sunday's game, to withdraw the deeply troubling advertisement before it airs. And I quote.
Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America, a trade group representing drug manufacturers, so as you can imagine, heavily funded by drug manufacturers, said the ad violates a federal rule that requires drug ads not to be false or misleading. The ad has been posted in advance of Sunday's title game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs.
On Friday, Senators Dick Durbin from Illinois and Roger Marshall from Kansas sent a letter to the FDA saying the ad risks misleading patients because it omits information about the drug's safety and side effects.
Hims and Hers, however, is not backing down. Their ad criticizes the massive $160 billion weight loss industry, calls out Big Pharma's pricing, and positions their compounded medication as an affordable alternative. They argue the healthcare system is broken, drug prices are too high, and patients deserve more options. And guess what? Their stock has jumped over 11% since all this controversy started.
This is bigger than just one ad. It's about who controls the future of weight loss treatments. Will compounding pharmacies continue to provide alternatives, or will Big Pharma and regulators find a way to shut them down?
So let's watch the ad together and see what all the fuss is about. And while we're at it, let's talk about what this means for patients who are using GLP-1s to treat the disease of obesity. All right, let me pull this up.
Is America's deadliest epidemic. 74% of us are overweight, and obesity leads to 500,000 deaths each year. Something's broken, and it's not our bodies, it's the system. Welcome to Weight Loss in America,
Like and subscribe.
a $160 billion industry that feeds on our failure. There are medications that work, but they're priced for profits, not patients.
This is America.
This system wasn't built to help us. It was built to keep us sick and stuck. But not anymore. Hims & Hers offers life-changing weight loss medications. They're affordable, doctor-trusted, and formulated in the USA. You get a treatment plan designed by a doctor to fit your body, goals, and lifestyle. You deserve to feel great in your body. This is the future of healthcare. This is Hims & Hers. Join us in the fight for a healthier America.
So I've seen this before. Laraine has not seen this
It's a great
before.
ad.
I mean, so what's your
great ad.
initial take? Because there's a lot packed into there.
There's a lot packed in
There's
there,
some
right?
things-
Fruit Loops and the drug industry and, the 70s and girls on pedestals being measured. I mean, just stirs up a lot of emotions just right off the bat with the weight loss industry.
It does. And there's some things at a very high level that I certainly agree with. There's some phrasing and some language that is a little disturbing and sounds like they don't quite understand what they're talking about. And I'm a little perplexed by the fact that they think they're not part of the healthcare industry. They're not part of the diet industry because they're clearly trying to profit off of it as well. So there's a little.
Well, I mean, like we always say, these medications are a treatment for obesity. So I guess they're positioning themselves, as not part of the diet industry. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. So
Well, they're going to make money.
Well, it's funny. I went to Weight Watchers this morning for my Saturday morning class, and one of the ladies came right up to me and said, "Have you heard about this Hims & Hers ad?" And I hadn't seen it yet. And she said, "They're advertising compounded medications at the Super Bowl." And I said, "Yeah, and what about it?" She goes, "Well, they're not approved by the FDA." I'm like, right. The FDA does not regulate compounding pharmacies. Compounding pharmacies are regulated by the states, and it's perfectly legal for compounding pharmacies to make copies of these medications while they're in shortage. And she just kind of glazed over it. But she knew I would want to know about it because she follows our channel. She doesn't take these medications, but I've known her for a while through Weight Watchers, and she knew I'd want to know about it. But I think this is great. It's telling people there's something else out there. I mean, obviously, they're showing the Ozempic pens being made. They're showing the vials, and so, the vials are, unless you're getting
Well, they were also showing a pen. There was a pen.
yeah,
there,
we're showing we have
It's
the
similar to that.
similar
yeah.
to that one. I think it's just going to get people talking and saying, "What's this?" And they'll probably go to Hims & Hers, and most people don't even know that this medication is available in America.
So I don't completely understand. I went back and read all the FDA regulations and all of this, and there is a lot of stated regulations around how drugs can be advertised and all of that, and we see them every day, right? And there's always that little paragraph at the end that gives you all the stuff that
Ozempic.
goes, and it's always.
Yeah.
What's interesting about this commercial, it does not specifically call out any medication.
It
So it
doesn't
says
name
that-
any of them.
doesn't
Does
name
it
any
say
of them.
GLP-1?
I don't know. We'll watch it again in
Yeah.
just a second because I think there's a little more to unpack. The language is really interesting, but it doesn't call it any specific medication. So I'm not sure how the regulations fall out and whether they should be having those sorts of warnings on them. Obviously, the congressmen believe they should. So let's take a look
Let's
at the
watch it
commercial
again.
again.
Ugh, we got
Well, but the imagery, I mean, this is part of this. So is this part of the are they adding to the stigmatization?
I think a lot of
epidemic.
people
This is
place that.
America.
Obesity is America's deadliest epidemic.
This is America.
74% of us are overweight.
74%.
And obesity leads to 500,000 deaths each year.
Yeah.
You just have to stop eating, Jimmy.
This is America.
Just stop
Something's
eating,
broken.
Jimmy.
It's not our bodies. It's the system.
Well, so
It's not our bodies, it's the system.
It's not our bodies. It's the system.
is that true?
Well, to a point, right? Because there's so much highly processed, ultra palatable food.
If obesity is a disease, which we have said 100,000 times,
Mhm.
which Every medical associate
Right.
has said, is that true?
Well, we talked to Dr. Dan the other day,
Mhm.
and we talked a lot about genetics
I'm
and
not asking what
obesity.
caused it to be broken. I'm asking, is that sentence true?
Uh, yes, I don't know. What do you think?
Let's listen to it again.
It's the system.
Oh, missed it.
Broken. If something's broken, it's not our bodies. It's the system. Welcome to Weight Loss in America.
It's not our bodies, it's the system. Are our bodies broken? If we have a disease,
Well, if you have a disease, is your body broken? I
what's
mean,
the problem with this? I think this language is just fuzzy at best and misleading at worst.
well, I like the part where they're not, the doctor saying, "Just stop eating, Jimmy." And how many times have we all heard that? And how before we had this medication, that was what we always heard. Just stop eating. It's a matter of
I'm
willpower.
with you.
But we know that it's not.
I'm with you. I just kind of
Um,
feel like this commercial almost gets there. Like
well, they
it's
got
written
30 seconds, right? I mean, how much can you
I feel like
unpack?
it's written by an ad agency that neither has the disease of obesity or talked to a doctor who actually believed it was a disease. I just do.
Okay. I mean, I don't have
Let's
any
let's
problem
listen
with
to the
what they're
rest though.
saying.
Like and subscribe.
A $160 billion industry that feeds on our failure.
Feeds on our
Feeds on our
failure.
failure. At 160,
It's not your fault, Lorraine.
it feeds on our failure. Well, that's saying I'm a failure,
Right.
right? But we know obesity is a disease and it's not our fault. But these are very powerful images to get you to pay attention.
They're incredibly
mean-
provocative, incredibly
Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom here with the battle for
Mhm.
superiority.
They're medications that work, but they're priced for profits, not patients.
This is America.
This system wasn't built to help us.
profits, not patients. These guys aren't making money.
They never say Ozempic.
Mm-mm.
They never say GLP-1 so far.
I mean, I don't know.
This is America.
I just struggle, and we're telehealth company users. We've used compounding pharmacies. I've used
I've used
Zepbound. I've used
exclusively
Mounjaro. All of it.
compounded tirzepatide.
The notion that anybody in this isn't making money off of this, I think is them being insincere. Everybody's making money. They're all making profit off of it. So let's not pretend.
Oh, I don't think anyone has a problem with
It was
that.
built to keep us sick and stuck. But not anymore. Hims and Hers offers life-changing weight loss medications.
What is it?
They're affordable, doctor trusted, and formulated in the U.S.
So affordable, doctor trusted, and formulated in the USA.
All those things are true.
I think so too. I mean, I think they're kind of skating this legal line. We're not lawyers, not
Right,
doctors,
right,
not
right.
pharmacists.
USA. You get a treatment plan designed by a doctor to fit your body, goals, and lifestyle. You deserve to feel great in your body. This is the future of healthcare. This is Hims and Hers. Join us in the fight for a healthier America.
Yeah. So they never say exactly what they're
Mm-mm.
selling. They show the vial.
They're pretty green vial, which it probably doesn't even come in a green
It probably
vial.
doesn't even come in a green vial. It comes probably from Hallandale or Red Rock or one of those compounding pharmacies that we
Mhm.
know. I think it's a great ad. I think it's an ad that's going to get people to say, "Oh, I weigh 189 pounds. What's this Hims and Hers? I'm going to look it up. Wait, I can get a doctor treatment plan and medication shipped to my door. Well, how much does it cost? That's the first thing I'd say. I wouldn't even say, what is it? The first thing I'd want to know is, how do I get it and how much does it cost?
And then do you have any
know.
concern? I mean, is this a disturbing ad to you? Is it?
No, I think it's fantastic. I think it's telling people that there's an alternative out there to thinking that, it's your fault. That there's an alternative. We can do something about this. There's help, and I think it's very ironic. It's placed between beer ads and Dunkin' Donuts and Doritos, which are,
Well, I mean, it's
highly
the
palatable
Super Bowl
foods.
is land of the empty calorie
Oh yeah.
kind of.
I mean, we're going to a
Super-
Super Bowl party.
we
We're
are.
going to be having pizza and drinking
Mhm.
some drinks, and and it's all good. But and I think it'll be it's a great place, right, to talk about a weight loss place because, yeah, as you're eating and drinking and having fun at the Super Bowl, 74% of Americans have overweight or obesity. So this is going to speak directly at the biggest, ad placement
Double
of the
entendre.
year to 74% of those Americans that are struggling. So,
So what
think
do
it's
you
great.
think this says about Hims and Hers belief that compounding will continue?
oh, I think they're not worried, or they wouldn't have spent millions on this ad. Did we say how much this ad cost?
We don't know specifically how much it costs, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but
they're like,
millions.
it's like these are running, $5, $10
Yeah. I'm
million
sure we
dollars.
could look up what Super Bowl ads cost. We all know
Well,
that they're the
I
most
stated
expensive.
It's stated
Yeah.
generally in the beginning, but
Yeah.
this specific one we don't actually know the price
Yeah.
for.
So, well, I mean, if I owned a company and I was expecting to go out of business in 30 days, I would not be spending
No.
money on a Super Bowl ad. So I think that just goes to show how much some of these compounders and some of these companies believe that they'll be able to continue.
Well, and I think Hims and Hers knew they would stir up controversy. I think it's part of the marketing deal.
I think it's
like
brilliant.
Stir it up, get everybody talking about it.
No
Let's
such
go.
thing as bad publicity. I learned that in one of my marketing classes in college. So, as long as people are talking about you, it's all good, right?
So, I mean, I've been in the marketing and advertising branding world for the last 20 years. The marketing, branding, advertising side of me says this is doing exactly what they want it to do. The fat guy side of me,
You're offended by the fat
I'm not
stomach at the beginning?
I'm not offended. No, I'm not offended at all. I do wish the language had been tweaked a little bit.
You want it to be kinder, gentler?
No, I don't want it to be kind of general, but I do want it to say obesity is a disease.
And I think they kind of hinted that,
Well,
but
I don't want kind of.
that's
I
too much
just-
to unpack in 30 seconds.
I know it
right?
is, but
people
and
aren't.
I get that, but I do wish it did. I do wish they had tweaked that. I do wish they had had a few actual obese people look at this, and maybe some. I don't know. It feels like there could be some tweaks that turn this from a controversial, interesting ad into a great, compelling educational ad, and it's.
I don't think they have time to educate in 30 seconds.
Sure they do.
They just want people to know about this and to pick up your phone and Google
I think some small tweaks this could have been 100% better.
Well, maybe this is just one in a series that they're gonna
Maybe
come out with. I mean, I have a lot of wishes. I wish Manjaro was less than $1,200 a month without
Sure.
insurance. So, but currently that's the price of these medications. They're over $1,000 a month without insurance, and who can afford that? Well, very few people. We certainly can't. That's why we are on compounded tirzepatide. So I think for most Americans, this is a viable alternative that people need to know about.
So do you need to know all the things? Absolutely. And that's why these medications all come with a little piece of paper in it that you unfold it, unfold it, unfold it. Everything does. Read your Advil one too.
Right.
But it doesn't stop the idea that, I don't know, at the end of the day, I think it's cool as crap. I think telehealth on the Super Bowl, I think GLP-1s, I think weight loss, I think obesity, I think pushing the conversation forward only helps us.
Yeah.
So, but before we wrap up, and Laraine, we want to hear from you. So what do you think about the Hims and Hers ad? Does it cross the line, or is it shining a light on a broken system? Is it shining a light on the disease of obesity? What are your thoughts on prescription drug advertising in general? Do you think it should even exist? Should it be allowed? Where, honestly, the United States and New Zealand are the only two developed countries in the world who have prescription drug advertising, and we haven't always. It didn't exist until the 70s and 80s.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We're curious to hear where you stand on this controversial topic. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.
We appreciate you joining us for this important discussion. Until next time, stay informed and take care of yourself.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And I'm Christopher Durham. We are the Downsized. We'll see you next time.